Hey, Thomas Mayhew, eXp Realty, Ohio. Hope you're doing great today. Just wanted to chat with you about Ohio land use restrictions. There are 4 types. These are things that you're going to want to consider before you close on a property. Really, you do it during the due diligence period or feasibility period. And yeah, there's 4 types. And so even though you can have an absolute, ownership in Ohio, that doesn't mean that you have an absolute right to do whatever you want on the property, okay? And that's because of these 4 restrictions. Well, what are the 4 types of restrictions? Okay, well, there's zoning ordinances, there's building codes, there's environmental regulations, there's subdivision regulations, okay? So as an example of a zoning ordinance, an example, would be like a setback requirement. So, right now it might be a 2-lane highway, but maybe they want to go to a 4-lane highway in the future. So they're going to make sure you have a proper setback, right? A building code example would be like smoke alarms, right? Hey, we don't want you to burn up, man. So, install a couple of smoke alarms, especially by the bedrooms, right? Environmental laws, okay. Septic requirements, okay. Well, that might also impact your lot size. It might be a 2-acre minimum, for example, okay. Now, and then there's subdivision regulations. That's also, a good example would be a lot size, maybe half acre, quarter acre, whatever. They might also have other requirements like has to be so many square feet, things like that. So there's a lot of other examples that could be given, right, for each of these 4 types of restrictions. But each of these limits what you can and can't do with your property, okay? Now, as a general rule, if you want to have more freedom on your property, you might have to put up with more in your neighborhood, right? So one guy's idea of freedom is to show all of the old cars that he's collected over 40 years. And they might all be in his front yard, okay? That's called freedom, folks. So you might not want that next door to you. So, but just keep in mind, the more free, the more you're going to be putting up with potentially some different ideas on what free means. Okay. If you'd like help sifting and sorting through, the various kinds of regulations, zoning regulations, whatever restrictions that can be put on your property, and you want to make sure you can do what you want to do with your property, I'm happy to help you. That's what I do, especially with commercial property, but I do residential, commercial, land, recreational property, everything in between. Tiny houses, castles. Okay. So I'm here to help you. And Tom Mayhew signing out. Take care.